All right, so good afternoon, everyone. I am your reporter for this topic. This is a social responsibility towards the consumers, end users, general public, and environment. So, by the way, my name is Frederick Tangunan. All right, so before we start, let me discuss to you our objectives. Number one is define what is social responsibility. Number two, discuss the positive effects of social responsibility towards the consumer, end users, general public, and the environment. Number three, demonstrate the impact of social responsibility in a business. All right. So this time around, what is social responsibility? Social responsibility refers to the obligation of a business enterprise to act according to the objectives and values that are desirable in a society. So the action of obligating oneself to a course of action, a commitment or a something one is bound to do. Social responsibility is a it's voluntary in nature, therefore, each firm may exercise their freedom to decide their extent of being socially responsible. So, a voluntary a proceeding from the will or from one's own choice or consent. Social responsibility is a social responsibility means that businesses, in addition to maximizing shareholders, values must act in a manner that benefits society. Social responsibility has become increasingly important to investors and consumers who seek investment that are not just profitable but also contribute to the welfare of society and the environment. That is according to Akhilesh Ganti. So this theory is to enact policies that promote an ethical balance between the dual mandates of striving for profitability and benefiting society as a whole. These policies can be either ones of commissions like donation of money, time, or resources, or omission go green, initiatives like reducing greenhouses or abiding regulation to limit population. All right, so what is social responsibility? According to Lord Home and Richard Watts, corporate social responsibility is the continuing commitment by a business that to behave ethically and contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life of the workers and their families as well as the local community and society at large. That's why many companies, such as those with green policies, have made social responsibility an integral part of a business models, and they have done so without compromising profitability. And of course, social responsibility toward the employee, good working conditions, basic employees' right for the safety and helpfulness of the workplace, particularly the physical work environment and the procedure followed in a performing work. All right, so this time around we have social responsibilities of organization toward customers and users and general public. Number one is avoid fake promises and commitment which you yourself know are difficult to fulfill. That's why treat your customer as king and do not think of them only when you have a pressure to meet your targets within the stipulated time frame. And of course, businesses dealing with customers, money need to be extra careful with client. Make sure their money is invested in the right way and also multiples at a rate promised to them. Do not run away with their money. It is one of the worst thing you can do to your customer. It is your responsibility to take care of their hard-earned money. Of course, understand that a customer buys your product or service only when he or she trusts your brand and most importantly believes in you. Next, social or responsibilities of organization toward customer ends users and general public. Number one, treat your customer as king and do not think of them only when you have a pressure to meet your target within a stipulated time frame. Of course, understand the needs and requirements of your clients. Find out to why need a particular product and how your product or your product would benefit them. Next is respect your customer's time. Do not decide the time and venue as per as your availability and comfort. If the customer wants to meet you at 5 in the evening, make sure you are there on time. Neither reaches too early nor too late. Do not keep your customers waiting. Do not forget that there are several options available in the market. Your loss is someone else's gain. Of course, you need to build a strong relationship with your customer for them not only to remain your loyal clients but also bring more people along with them. It is the responsibility of the organization to give correct suggestion and feedback to the customers. Next, we have do not ignore their calls once you have sold your product. If the customer is not satisfied with your product, it is your responsibility to replace it, provide a, a solution. Okay, so never lie to your customer. It is a foolish to cook false stories. Trust you with your caught in today's world where information is just a click away. Everyone does his her thorough research before purchasing something. Although if you can't deliver something, please mention it clearly and you might not invest in that particular product. But believe me, would definitely come back to you in your future just because you were honest and guided them correctly. Next, responsibilities to the general public. Those responsibilities include reducing dangers and promoting public health, protecting an environment, and developing the quality of the workforce. Many would also argue that businesses should support charities and social causes through corporate philanthropy. Next, corporate environment responsibility concern the environment aspect of corporate social responsibility. It is commonly defined as is the way in which organization can incorporate environment issues into their operation in order to eliminate waste and emission, maximize the efficiency, productivity of its resources, and minimize practices that badly affect the country natural resources. So it states all its meaning in the current context or let's say a global warming destruction of biodiversity and etc. and becomes a pillar of a development of some organization that voluntarily engage. And corporate environmental responsibility, of course, is about managing the use of or managing the use of natural resources in the most effective and efficient manner in order to reduce, of course, environment impact and financial costs. Areas focus energy efficiency and saving waste environment, travel and transportation sustainable, procurement, sustainability events, and environmental management system. Nowadays, environmental risk management is essential for the good environment of organization. It allows them to carry out their activities in a sustainable way regarding environment. Next, we have the benefits of corporate environmental responsibility. Number one, brand image. Standing out as a green corporate can improve your reputation. Number two, customer loyalty. People prefer brands who have environmental concerns and they are more inclined to buy from them in the future. Number three, differentiation. Faced to increasingly demanding customers and aware of environmental issues, gaining a green reputation can help you differentiate. So one of the best example is Levi's company. It's another company that has been actively involved in environmental program. Its approach is to reduce the their environmental footprint by acting in environmental causes. So Levi's has trademarked their waterless campaign by using less water when manufacturing their products. So 1 billion liters of water have already been saving by this program, and they hope to better improve their manufacturing process by 2020. So this time around, why corporate social responsibility matters. So for a balance of economic environment and social imperative, CSR matters. It's a type of management concept whereby companies integrate social and environmental concern in their business as well as addressing the expectation of shareholders and stakeholders. So environmental sustainability impacted by corporate actions. So companies have to environmental sustainability with recycling, waste management, renewable energy, or reducing paper use act. Raising money for local charities, sponsoring local events, and supporting local economy can provide a better life to the community people. So companies have large carbon footprint, and they are reducing their, of course, footprint with the use of new technology or their innovation. So it would consider both good in the company and society. So the protection of the environment is the primary focus of the corporate companies. So corporates also practice social responsibility by donating to a national and local charities rather, which can be beneficial to the society. And of course, they have lots of resources that can benefit the local community. Attending volunteer events says a lot about the company's sincerity and social responsibility. By doing good deeds without expecting anything in return, companies are able to express any concern for their issues and support for certain organizations. So in this case, or this time around, this is an example of corporate social responsibility of San Miguel Corporation. If you will see, they have enterprise development, that the provision of seed capital and training of entrepreneurial skills are the main features of this program. Assistance are given to organized group in the plant's neighboring communities. Seed capital are given on interest-free loan and usually loan a duration of 1 year. These community clinics address or both common and specialized illnesses such as tuberculosis. Of course, they have also community clinic also, of course, the diabetes and cardiovascular disease. The consultation and the medicines are given free until patients are free from the illness, as in the case of tuberculosis. All about not just entrepreneurship, but also in health. Next, we have a community clinic. Yeah, there you go. Community clinics were established in host communities, the operation of which is managed by the foundation. Number three, barangay strengthening through a qualified resources speaker. Both from the public and private sector, selected barangay councils are given training on good governance, which include team building, capability building, and resource generation. The objective of the training is for the barangay officials to know the respective roles and responsibility and the rights of the council. Of course, it's a training also guide the barangay council to formulate a medium-term barangay development plan for their areas of jurisdiction. And of course, we have medical mission. Residents of host communities are given pre-consultation and medicines for common illnesses. These are often in partnership with the plant facilities and at time with the city municipality health care. There you go. So these are the references of my report, and that is the end of my report. Again, God bless everyone, and have a great day.